Hello my darlings and welcome back to my channel. Today is Wendy Darling Wednesday and I know you just saw this face in my previous video because I just finished filming it. So I am playing catch up. As you know, I haven't been filming. Actually, I don't know if you guys know, but this is Wendy Darling Wednesday. I'm going to chit chat with you guys and give you pretty much an update on what's been going on with me, why I've been MIA, why I have not been posting, and just give you an update on life. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So, yeah, grab your drinks. I got me some water in my little skull cup. This doesn't go with this, but I have lipstick on, so I'm not drinking out of the cup. So, anyway, grab your snacks, grab your drinks. I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet. Basically, started pretty much in October. I've been playing catch up with October. By the time you see this, obviously October, November, those will be caught up, but I did not film in November. I am under the weather. I kind of haven't been able to kind of shake this since about November. When I got back from my trip from Texas, I just had like no voice and I just haven't been able to kind of recoup from that. That's why I sound like this. And so yeah, what's been going on? October was really busy for me. My husband was out of town. I complained a lot in one of my videos about that. I had quite a few fun things planned. I did Sephora-ween, which was so fun, but it was a lot of work. I did pictorials, and I'd never done pictorials before, so I did pictorials. One of them I did a Facebook Live. One of them I didn't get to do basically at all because I had to do it at work because I woke up late and I had no power. It was a mess. Also, I swear the dogs and the cats decided to get together and just make my life a living hell during October. And I was working a lot of hours. I got hired on for 15 to 20 hours a week, 15 to 20, 22 hours a week. And it was more like 30 plus hours a week. And while that's fine for most people, like, yeah, I kind of liked getting those extra dollars on my check. But my body was starting to tell me, hey, you need to slow down. My back has been stupid for a while now, but my back has really been, acting up, staying on my feet all day, not really being able to sit down except for maybe like a 30-minute or an hour lunch break, which I'm probably preaching to the choir because a lot of people are like, that's nothing, I do that all the time. People handle situations differently, and for me, I kind of was looking at it as it's just gonna be a little fun side thing. It's not like gonna be my whole like existence. It became my whole existence, and it has been my whole existence now for 6 months. And also something else that I've noticed just within the last couple of months is that my hands would start going numb if I was like holding like a makeup brush for too long or doing something repetitive for too long. And like even putting my own makeup on, my hands would start to tingle. And I don't know if I have a pinched nerve or what, but like I've been powering through and pushing through with that and just kind of ignoring it, and like I'll shake out my hand. Like right now it's kind of like tingly because I just finished filming this. So I'm not really, I'm kind of letting it chill. I'm not holding a brush or anything like that. So some people have said it's carpal tunnel. It could be this, could be that, whatever. I just need to go to the doctor and find out what's going on. So I think I have either a pinched nerve in my back and it's bothering that whole situation, because sometimes I wake up and both my hands are numb. So it's not just a repetitive situation where I'm constantly doing like makeup or I'm constantly doing something. It's random, and it's starting to be increasingly more and more the more I do my makeup and the more that I do things with my hands. And I'm really irritated about that because, well, I'm a makeup artist. I like doing makeup. It's really starting to take a toll on me. And so that plus my back issues plus working extra hours plus I was the only one here for a while. Like he was gone for 2 weeks and then he came home for 4 days, and you can't expect him to do anything in 4 days, besides recoup, because he didn't get any time off. In fact, for 2 of the 4 days, he didn't even have off work. So he only had the weekend to recover pretty much. And then he had to fly right back out and was gone for another week. So I have October pretty much, took its toll on me. And then, it was just nonstop. And October begins the peak of our selling season at Sephora. So it's like, it was just nonstop, busy, 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 busy. And then, of course, I went on vacation, which was a much needed break. But on that break, I decided that I was going to take a step back from Sephora and knock my hours back down. Because I didn't really actually say, hey, I want more hours, or hey, I want to do this. It just kind of happened. It just kind of evolved into that. And, I didn't say no. And, she needed me where she needed me. So she put me where she needed me. And I was grateful for it. I'm grateful for the checks. I'm grateful for the money. I'm very thankful and blessed that I actually have this position. However, I was starting to get burnout. I got burnout in October. I went on my break and I had a wonderful time in Texas. I'll link that video right here if you haven't seen my Texas trip. And when I got back, I just was like, I'm not feeling this anymore. Like I've lost my spark for this. And it's not anything to do with Sephora. It's not anything to do with any of my coworkers. It has everything to do with retail. And I mean, the bottom line, I'm a 40-year-old doing retail. Now there are people who are older than me doing retail. There's many people who work at JCPenney who are way older than me, but they've probably been doing this for a longer time period. And the last time I did retail like this was in my 20s. And I've done an office job where I've sat on my butt, and I'm not used to it. Not saying that this is physically hard or anything like that. It's just I'm starting to have issues from being there all the time, and I'm getting burnt out. And so, as you can tell, I have not been filming anything. I have not been doing much in the way of posting just anything. I haven't had time to do anything that I want to do. And I know it sounds like I'm whining, or it's like, oh, well, must be nice. I actually had someone make a comment on a group that I'm in. It was like, must be nice for you to be able to leave a job because it doesn't spark joy for you anymore. And you know what? It is. It is. And I'm very thankful, and I'm very blessed that I'm in a position where I can leave a job because it doesn't spark joy for me anymore. For her to say that, I was just like, yeah, actually, I'm quite blessed in that way. Like, for almost 30 years of having to find another job before being able to leave a toxic situation. So yeah, I'm actually quite thankful that I don't. The one time I can actually make a decision and say, okay, I need to take a step back, or I need to go ahead and leave this job because it doesn't spark joy for me anymore, and it's taking its toll on me. So I was like, skirt, no, I can do that. And, yeah, it must be nice. It is nice. And I'm not scoffing at the fact that, people are struggling, and people are, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with anybody else but me. So, yeah, I didn't appreciate that comment. But, there are people who can't leave their jobs because they can't find something else, and they're stuck in a toxic situation. So, yeah, I'm really thankful that I can do that. And when I say it doesn't spark joy, retail sucks the life out of you. Like, it literally sucks the life out of you. I love Sephora. It has absolutely nothing to do with Sephora. So if you're here for any kind of tea for Sephora, keep it moving, sis, because that's not going to be it. My manager is amazing. I love her. She is awesome. For the most part, the people that come in there are perfectly fine. I did get cussed at on Black Friday morning after being there all night. So, it's like, it just shows you the type of person she is more than the type of person I am. So she didn't get what she wanted, so I was the bad guy. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that because it's just stupid. But like, after that, I was like, you know what? This is like my trip. When I came back from my trip, and she's like, are you glad to be back? I'm like, we gotta talk. I gotta back my hours down. And then that whole incident happened on Black Friday morning, and I was just like, nah, this ain't it. I can't do this. Because I'm at the age where, no, I probably shouldn't be fighting, but also you shouldn't be talking to me crazy because I will throat punch you. Like, I don't have the patience for stupidity, and, I got to get hard, but this mouth is going to get me in a lot of trouble. So, it's probably best that I don't work with the public sometimes, but, whatever. So, after I decided to make that decision and I gave her pretty much a month's notice, I kind of have been thinking on things and like, well, maybe I could just knock my hours back and I can take a little bit of a break and I can come back fresh and I can just do like 2 to 3 days a week instead of 4 to 5 days a week and having like a day off here and then work 3 days, then a day off and then work 4 days. And then, so it's like, I need more time to take care of things that I'm neglecting, like my house, my pets, my relationship with my husband. I don't get to see him. He works, and then when he's off, I'm at work. One thing my friend said when I first started working there, she's like, "How do you like your job?" I'm like, "I love it." And she made a comment, and it stuck with me, that you're not there enough to hate it. And I was like, damn, it's true. I'm not there enough to hate it. And then I started getting longer hours, more hours, where I would be, 7, 8, 9, 10-hour shifts. I'd get a break in between these shifts, but I'd be there a long period of my day, and that would be it. And then I'd have to turn right around and do the same thing the next day. So yeah, everyone watching this is probably like, yeah, that's called a job. Yeah, but it started out as fun and then it became a job, and that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for something on the side, something fun. And I thought it would be that. And I did take things a little bit too, like I'm one of those people that like, I just can't do like a little bit. Like I gotta do a lot. You know what I mean? Like I can't just, when I dive into something, like that's my priority. Like I'm there. Like if you need me, I'm there. I'm good. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like I'm in it, and then I get burnt out and then I go and do something else. Or I start a project and I'm like in it. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And then it stops. And it's probably the Aries in me. I don't know. Or it could be one of my other many signs that are in me that make up me. But it's just, I did put a lot into Sephora, and I did put a lot, like I was like really into it, and I'm still into it. I still love going to work and being around my coworkers, and I still love helping people. Like there was a lady who came in, she was having a bad day, and I made her feel better. I'm not saying that to like, I made her feel good. That's not how I'm saying it. I'm meaning it as, it made me happy to see her happy. It wasn't about the dollar for me. And that's another thing. It's like we're in a retail environment, so it's always about the dollar. It's always about, making that money. It's always about, getting that bottom, making our sales goal and and all that stuff. And it's like, I'm not a salesperson. I freaking hate it. It's like, I would much rather go there and put makeup on people all day and get paid to just play with makeup. And I know that is not what the job is about. Like, I know that is not just what you do at Sephora. There are other parts to it. And yes, I knew what I was getting into when I started working there, but, I decided it's not for me. Retail is not for me. Like I said, did it in my 20s multiple times. I was a manager. I've done various different jobs. I know what works for me and what doesn't work for me. And I am just not a customer always is not always right. And my first instinct is always to pop off. And of course I can't do that. And so, like I said, got a good heart, but this mouth. But moving on from that, I had like a month to think about it. I gave her my notice pretty much at the end of November, and, I've thought about it, and she did start to knock my hours down a little bit. My shifts are shorter. My time off in between is longer, which is what I want. I don't want to be the person who's always there. So, with that said, I did end up telling her that I will stay on, but I need more time to do the things that spark joy in my life. Point blank. I mean, I'm 40 and I have a choice in my life right now where I can either, kind of throw myself into working again, or I can take back my time and do the things that I want to do, which honestly, I want to do YouTube. I want to make my wands again. I want to make my jewelry. I want to, I never even got into making my candles and my bath salts and my tinctures and everything that I wanted to do for Wendy Darling's Witchery. If you didn't know, I do have a business and I do make jewelry and I do make custom wands. And I've had a custom wand on my table now for almost a year. And she's been so patient. I love her to death. And I feel so bad that I haven't had a chance to. I just haven't had the time. And when I do have the time off, the last thing I want to do is anything but sleep, or I gotta clean my house, or I gotta do laundry, or I gotta do this, or I gotta do that, or I gotta tend to the dogs, or he's out of town and I gotta do everything. So I am at a point where I can take back my life again. When I moved here, my creative spark was like off the charts. Like, I wasn't working. I knew I wasn't going to be working. He was going to be working. I was going to be a stay-at-home dog mom, and I got to really dive into my crafts. I was creating again. I was sparking. I was, things were firing in my brain that hadn't fired in years. And I've always done makeup, and I've always had a creative, makeup has always been my creative outlet, but working kind of like zaps everything out of that. I hate that the world is set up the way that it is, and money is the way that it is, and just, I'm not going to get into all that on my channel, but you get what I'm saying. I am very grateful that I can take the opportunity and say, look, I need a break. I recognize the signs. I need a break. I need to step back. I need to do things at my home. I need to be with my family. I need to be with my pets. I know these seem like, oh, well, that must be nice. And a lot of people have, like I said, remarked that, it must be nice to be able to step away. Yeah, it is. But I'm not completely leaving Sephora. I do still want to have something where I am not at the house all the time. And that was another thing too, because I did fall into depression because I was here all the time. And I don't know why I fell into a bout of depression, and then the dogs ran away and it just spiraled and got worse. And I did document some of that later, earlier in the year, with all that, when that happened. But I am in a very good, healthy mindset now, as opposed to then. And I can recognize the signs of when I'm getting burnout or getting too much or overwhelmed, or I just can't deal, because I start to pop off, and I start to, now that has always been a thing for me. I've always just ran my mouth first, and then like not backtrack, but like been like, okay, it wasn't as bad as that. I probably shouldn't have reacted that way. But that is just, it's just who I am. And I've taken a long time to get to where I'm not, my first response isn't to pop off, and isn't to want to fight you or want to, go off on you or put you in your place. But these are things that I'm working on. I got to deal with these things. I know who I am, and I know what I project, and I know that I need to deal with these things. And so I can tell when I'm getting burnout, and I can tell when I'm getting irritated, because it's the, I just start to become, that person. And, I worked really hard to like calm myself and zen myself, and, find my path again, and delve back into my craft. I cannot tell you how long it's been since I celebrated any Sabbath. I am going to celebrate Yule. There is a full moon on the 12th. I'm going to put my crystals out. It's probably going to be cold, but I am going to try and do something to bring myself closer to my craft again, because I'm all kind of blocked. So with all that being said, I'm still working for Sephora, just not as much. I was going to leave Sephora, not leaving it now. I decided in the past couple of days that I'm going to go ahead and stay. I've already talked to my manager. I'm just going to be knocked down hours, and we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. And yeah, so that's like the main thing that's been going on with me. I've just been burnt out, and I haven't been creating, and I want to create again. So moving on to the next subject, I recently watched a video from Raw Beauty Christie talking about how writing down everything has helped her be less of a procrastinator. She was talking with Samantha Ravindal, and Samantha pretty much got her to journal, and got her journaling, and got her writing down pretty much everything that she needs to do during the day. Even if it's just as silly as like eat lunch or make lunch or whatever. And it's really helped her with her procrastination. For the last year, I have had this little 2019 planner, and I have put my life in this thing. I got it, and I have a problem with like planners and like bullet journaling. Oh, I love it. I love the concept. But if I screw up something, I just feel like I gotta rip it all out and start all over. And I'm like that with everything. If I write a note, or if I'm making a list, if I mess up with a list, I will tear it out and rewrite the whole thing. I've always been that way. It's always been an issue with me. I don't know what part of me is like that, and I wish I could stop it, but I've learned with this one that you're gonna write if you're going to write in pen and you don't like writing in pencil, you're going to write in pretty markers, you're going to screw up stuff. So this has kind of been my like, it's so like whited out, but it says 2019 planner on it. And I just got this at the Target dollar spot for like $3. So I got this last year, and I will show you, this one was just a monthly planner. Not so much like a daily planner, but it was a monthly planner. So in January, like I wrote down my filming days and like everything that I was filming. This is February, all my February favorites I started doing. I started writing down everything that I was doing within, like you can see there's scribbles, there's marked out stuff. I started to get to where I could do this in here before I got to another one. So like it's a mess, but this is like what I started doing. I started writing down everything. June, I mean, look how crazy June is. I started writing down everything that I was doing. This is something that I started at the beginning of the year. So when I saw Christy's video, it was just recent. And so I was like, I've already been doing that, but it hasn't been helping with my procrastination because I haven't been writing down like every single thing that I need to do. I have been doing like, you know, my video days. I have been planning those out. So we're into July now, and here's August. Like it's a mess. And then September. Look at how much of a mess. Like it's a mess. This would drive me absolutely nuts, but I think I'm growing to like this fullness and how you know, I'm writing in the book. So this is November. So and then finally we come to this month, which I have not been working in this one as much anymore. I did get some new pens. And the reason I stopped working in this one is because I upgraded, and this one is a lot thicker. This one is a daily and monthly. So this one came with some bonus months. So what I did is to prepare, and it also came with some stickers, which I think is cute. I'm not really a fan of like the color scheme, but I didn't have very many options. I like that there is future planning for up into 2023. So you can see ahead, see what's going on. I love that feature. And then it tells you like how to use your planner, which I didn't read, but you know, it also has like start with your goals. I didn't do that either. I'm probably going to when it's January, and then it says design your days, and then also here is number 4. But it gave me 3 extra months. So I moved my October into here, and look how nice and neat that looks. Oh, it's so pretty. But this was kind of like I just repeated what was in here, only nicer and neater, because I'm weird like that. And then same thing with November, and now I'm working in this one from December. As you can see, I've already screwed up in it. So that is just something I'm gonna have to get used to, is that it's okay to scribble through things. It's okay. I also got this pack of Papermate Flair vivid color pens, like all different colors. There was one at work, and I fell in love with the way it wrote, and so I went and immediately bought it. But basically, these are just the month ones that they give you 3 extra months. When it comes to January, it gives you the whole month, and then it breaks it down into day. It gives you a schedule. Today's schedule from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then it has evenings, has a gratitude box. It has like a to-do list. So if you can see, it's a little bit more in depth, and that's what I needed. That's what I wanted to do. It gives you like a quote of the day, a today's top 3. So every day in the book, I can actually write out, okay, so at 6 a.m., I need to get up. I need to take a shower. I need to do this. I need to do that. Am I going to get up at 6 a.m.? Hell no, but I am going to try to get up a lot earlier, and on days where I am working, that is where I'm going to be blocking in. Okay, so from here to here I'm working, but before that and after that, these are things I need to get done this day. And then on days off, I can schedule other things. So I think this is really going to help me. She said it helped her with her procrastination. I think that being able to see a schedule and see, okay, this is what I need to do at this hour, that, you know, will work. I closed the door and left Merlin out. Excuse me. So I have already what? Why are you crying? My boy. Yeah? Tell me about it. Tell mommy all about it, my little prince. Mommy's light's bright. He's so cute. He's so sweet. He's my boy. He's actually a daddy's boy. Did mommy put a box in your box? Let me take your box out. I have an empty box on my floor because I got something in the mail today, and was mad that I put stuff in the box, so he couldn't get back in the box. But anyway, I have quite a few tutorials that I have planned for this month. I am finally caught up. I am getting stuff done. So I know this is long. Thank you for bearing with me. I have been playing catch up, so I hope that you guys have enjoyed that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So yeah, if this is the first video that you are seeing of me, my name is Wendy. I make a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm on track now, so that will actually be true for 1 month out of the whole entire year. I would love to have you as part of the Darling Makeup family, so hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time that I upload a new video. Let me know in the comments how your December is going so far, and I've missed you guys. I'm back, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!